Good morning children, how are you all? I hope you all are fit and fine. Dear children, in the last video we have completed our first chapter, large numbers, and in today's video we are going to start our second chapter, 4 fundamental operations. Unit 2, 4 fundamental operations. Okay students? See students, this chapter is again related to your first chapter. How do you want to know? Okay, before it you have to answer few questions. So students, my first question is, what you have studied in your first chapter? It is very clear that you have studied about large numbers. Large numbers means 8-digit number and 9-digit number. Also you have studied about how to write the place value, how to write these large numbers in expanded form, how to do the comparison of these numbers. Then you have learned Indian system and international system of numbering, isn't it? You have learned the number system. Two systems are there, Indian and international. Now it is very clear to you how to write the large numbers using both these systems. Now in this chapter, what you are going to do, you will learn how to do the operations on large numbers. This is only the new thing in this chapter. You will work with those numbers only. You will work with 8-digit numbers and 9-digit numbers only. But here the new thing is, you will learn how to do the operations on these numbers. हम मैथ्स में ऑपरेशन करेंगे, isn't it? Now you are going to become doctors of maths, because you are going to do the operations on maths. Reason do you want to know? See the name of the chapter, 4 fundamental operations. So I'll teach you how to do the operations in maths. See students, as for doctor has several equipments, instruments for doing the operation, isn't it? कुछ सामान रहता है जिससे डॉक्टर्स ऑपरेशन करते हैं. But here for in maths we are just having 4 instruments, 4 things by which we will do the operations, and you are already using those things. You are already doing the operations. Let me tell you, then it will be clear to you. Have you seen this before? Yes, obviously you have seen this, and also you have used these symbols, isn't it? So students, these symbols are known as operators, mathematical operators. Okay, these symbols are known as mathematical operators. Using these symbols on numbers, we do the operations. Clear students? 4 fundamental operations. The name of the chapter means 4 basic operations that we do in mathematics. There are several operations that we do in mathematics, but in 5th standard, in this chapter, you are only going to see the basic one, which you have already studied in your earlier classes also. So which are the 4 basic operations students? Addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. That's all. You already know how to add, subtract, divide or multiply. But for smaller numbers, now you are going to learn these operations on large numbers. Now I think it is very clear to you that what we are going to study in this chapter, this much only. You will study how to do the addition problem, subtraction problem, multiplication or division problems for large numbers. Okay students? So students, this first video is an introduction video to your first chapter, 4 fundamental operations. I'll explain you each and every operator in detail. Okay? So be ready, listen to me very carefully. So students, these are the 4 fundamental operations. First one is addition. Which sign we use for addition? This one. Okay, and it is known as, we call it as plus. For subtraction, like this, and this sign is known as minus. Then the third operation is multiplication. For multiplication, we use this symbol, and this is known as into, isn't it? And last one, division. For division we have 3 symbols students. This one, or it can be denoted like a slanting line, or like this also. Okay, but this 2 we are not going to see now. You are not going to learn these 2 symbols in this chapter. Basically we will use this symbol for division. So make this symbol clear. Okay, and it is known as divide. Clear? So plus, minus, into, divide. While calculating, we are going to call the symbols by the given names. You can note this, students. Clear? Okay. So now let us first talk about addition. Okay. The first operation that we are going to see in detail is addition. So students, why we will use this operation addition? Why we are using this operation addition? This I will explain you with one example, students. Suppose you are having some money in your piggy bank. Suppose it is rupees 4,989. This much amount you are having in your piggy bank. Then one day your mother gave you 3,557. This amount again you have kept in your piggy bank. Now it is the occasion of birthday, your father's birthday. Okay, your father's birthday is coming and you want to present him something. So you are thinking that there is some amount in my piggy bank, let me count it and I will buy some gift for my father. So what you will do? You will break your piggy bank or you will open it and you will count the amount. Which amount? This amount was already there in your piggy bank and this new amount you have kept in your piggy bank again. So what you will do now? You will count both the amounts. Now both the amounts are together, are there together in your piggy bank. So both the amounts you are going to count. So whenever you are counting something together, that time you are doing the addition. That time you are using the operation of addition. Means whenever you want to find the total value of something, total quantity of something, students, that time you are doing the addition. Clear, students? So whenever we add two numbers, we will get the total of those two numbers. Clear? Okay, let us see again. So you will be adding these two numbers, these two amounts from your piggy bank. How to write these numbers? See, students, for addition, the first step is to arrange the numbers in columns. And first you will write the place value of the numbers, and below the place value you will write the numbers according to its place values. Let us see how. Ones, tens, 100,000, ones, tens, 100,000. So both my numbers are up to 1000. So first I will write ones, tens, 100,000. This I am making the columns. Okay. Then how to write the numbers? See, students, always write the numbers from the right side. Means the ones number you are going to write first. So here ones place is having 9. Then tens place is having 8, hundreds place is having 9, thousands place is having 4. Clear, students? Accordingly, I will arrange the numbers like this only. 7, 5, 5, 3. And these two amounts we are going to add. Clear, students? Whenever you add the numbers, those numbers are known as addends. Okay. So here I am having two addends. The numbers which you add are known as addends. And when you will get the result of these numbers, then the result is known as sum. Okay. So to find the sum means to add the numbers and get the result as sum. Clear, students? Okay, now let us add. Okay, ones place, 9 plus 7. How much, students? 9 plus 1, 10, 10 plus 6, 16. I will get 16, students. So 1 I will carry over here and 6 I will write here. But students, see, now you are in 5th standard, you are grown up students, so no need of writing the carryover like this. Okay, now you can keep these numbers in your mind. Okay, but for now I am just explaining you with one example, so I am writing here, but it is not compulsory now to write these numbers. Okay, so 8 plus 1, students, 9, 9 plus 4, 9 plus 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, again 1 carry over. 9 plus 1, 10, 10 plus 5, 15, 1 carried over, 4 plus 1, 5, 5 plus 3, 6, 7, 8. So finally we are having rupees 8,546 in our piggy bank. So students, is the addition clear to you? Whenever we add two numbers, whenever we add the numbers, those numbers are known as addend, and whenever you get the result, that result is known as sum. So this was addition, students. Now let us see the next operation, which is subtraction. Okay, second operation is subtraction, students. For subtraction we use this symbol and it is called as minus. Then why to use subtraction, student? Why we use this operation? See, whenever we want to find the difference between two values, between two numbers, we use subtraction. Okay, again I will make you clear with one example. And again I will take the example of your piggy bank. Suppose you are having some amount in your piggy bank and now you are taking some amount from it. Okay, and now you want to know, after taking that much amount, how much is left in the piggy bank. That time, to find the remaining amount, to find the left amount, you will be subtracting the two numbers. Let us see. Again, you are having rupees 4,989 in your piggy bank, and your mother is asking for some money. She will return you, definitely she will return you the money. तभी तो तुम राजी हो के देने के लिए, नहीं तो अपने पैसे तुम क्यों दोगे, है ना. So your mother will say, beta please give me this much amount, some emergency is there, I will return you the money. So you happily will give the money to your mother. So your mother wants 3,557 rupees. So what you will do, you will give this much amount from this amount to your mother. And now you want to know how much amount is still left in your piggy bank after giving 3,557. So what you will do, you will use the subtraction operation. Clear, students? Again, how to subtract? The first step again here is to to make the columns using the place value of the given numbers. So 4 digits only means up to 1000 only. So I have made the columns up to 1000. Then second step, arrange the numbers in the columns according to their place values. So already the numbers are arranged, but one most important thing for subtraction, students, always write the large number at the top of the smaller number. Means first you will write the large number and the smaller number will come after it. Okay, arrange like that only. So here also the large number is written first and below it the smaller number is written. Now I will put the minus sign and I am going to subtract them. See, students, whenever you add two numbers, whenever you subtract two numbers, those numbers are called as, the first number is known as minuend. Whenever you subtract two numbers, the first number is known as minuend and the smaller number which is being subtracted is known as subtrahend. It is known as subtrahend. So you should be clear about these terms also. Okay. Then when you will find the difference, the result will be called as difference of these two numbers. Clear, students? So subtraction, when you do subtraction, the large number is known as minuend, the smaller number which is written below the large number is known as subtrahend, and their result is known as difference. Okay, let us subtract now, students. 9 minus 7, 2. 8 minus 5, 6, 7, 8, 3. 5 minus 9, 4. 4 minus 3, I will get 1. So 1432 is the difference of these two amounts. Understood, students? How much amount will be left in your piggy bank after giving this much amount to your mother? It will be rupees 1432. So students, whenever we subtract two values, we get the difference. And why we are subtracting? Whenever you want to know the remaining amount for something, whenever you want to know how much is left, how much quantity is left, so that time we have to use subtraction operation. Clear, students? Okay, now let us see our third operation, multiplication. Third operation is multiplication, students. For multiplication we use this symbol. This symbol is known as into. Now why we use this operation multiplication? I will explain you this again with one example, students. Suppose you are having 20 packets of chocolate. How many packets of chocolate? 20 packets of chocolate. And in each packet there are 5 chocolates. In one packet how many chocolates are there? 5 chocolates are there. Now I want to know how many chocolates you are having in all. Okay, means in total how many chocolates are there in your 20 packets. So what you will do? You are going to use multiplication operation. See how? In one number of packets you are having is 20. Okay, in one packet number of chocolate is 5. So what we will do? We will multiply 20 with 5, because here we know that in one packet 5 chocolates are there. Total number of packets were given to you and you are asked to find the total number of chocolates in these 20 packets. So we are going to multiply. Always remember students, whenever you multiply, the number which is being multiplied is known as multiplicand. Okay, multiplicand, and the number which is multiplying the first number, it is known as multiplier. Okay, so here 20 is being multiplied with 5. 20 is being multiplied with 5. So 20 will be called as multiplicand. Then 5 is known as 5 will be called as multiplier, and the result, their answer, will be called as product. So whenever in question you get like this, find the product. Find the product means you have to multiply and get the result of multiplier, and multiplicand and multiplier are after multiplying, that will be called as product. Okay, now let us multiply, students. So this which place is this, students? Ones place. Here in the multiplicand, the ones place is having 0 and the multiplier is having 5. How to multiply, students? Your ones, the number which is written in your ones place will be multiplied with each digit of multiplicand. How you will multiply? First, ones place will multiply the digit at ones place, and then it will multiply the digit at tens place, and then it will be continuing. Okay, and after that, after ones, we will take the next digit, that is tens digit. But in my example for now, I have only taken as 5, and 5 is at the ones place only. So let us multiply. 5 into 0, 5 zeros are 0, 5 twos are 10. See, students, now it is clear to us that there are 100 chocolates in 20 packets. Okay. See, students, this multiplication is also known as repeated addition. Addition which we continuously repeat. Again, I will explain you with one example. See, 20 chocolate packets I am having now, and in each packet how many chocolates were there? 5 chocolates were there. So in one packet 5 chocolate. In 2 packets how much? 5 plus 5 how much, students? 10 chocolates. Then again in 3 packets means 5 plus 5 plus 5, 15 chocolates. Like this we will add up to 20. Okay, up to 20 packets. Every time we will add 5 plus 5 plus 5. So when you will add 5 20 times, then finally you will get 100. But see how much this process is very long. If you are going on adding 5 20 times, it will take a long time. So it's better to use multiplication. So multiplication is also known as repeated subtraction. Instead of repeating the addition every time, we can multiply and we can get the total quantity for some product. Okay, for some value. Clear, students? So this was your multiplication. Now let us move to our next operation, last operation, that is division. So students, our fourth operation, division. For division we use this symbol and it is called as divide. Clear, students? See, division is also known as repeated subtraction. See, students, division is also known as repeated subtraction. Means subtraction which every time we repeat. As for multiplication, I told you multiplication is also known as repeated addition. Same way division is known as repeated subtraction. First, I will explain you what is repeated subtraction, and then we will talk about division. I will explain you again with one example, students. Suppose there is a packet of pens. In one packet of pen, 10 pens are there. One packet can hold 10 pens. Okay, fine. Then we are having 50 pens. How many pens we are having, students? 50 pens. But we don't know how many packets are required, how many packets we want to store those 50 pens. But this information is with us, that the capacity of that packet, the quantity that packet can hold is only 10 pens. So for 50 pens, how many packets we should have so that we can easily keep them? Okay, let us do this using repeated subtraction. I will find the number of packets that I have to use for keeping this 50 pens. Let's see how, students. Total number of pens you are having are 50. Okay. In one packet, how many pens I can keep? 10 pens. So from this 50, I will use the first packet and I will keep the 10 packets. Now how many packets are left with me? to find the left value or remaining value I told na, you have to subtract. So here I will subtract 10 pence with 50. 0 minus 0 0, 5 minus 1 4. अभी मेरे पास 40 पेन्स बचे हुए हैं स्टूडेंट्स. ओके, द रिमेनिंग नंबर ऑफ पेन्स आर 40. अगेन आई विल टेक वन पैकेट एंड आई विल कीप 10 pens. Okay, so second packet again we have kept 10 pens. So 0 minus 0 0, 4 minus 1 3. Still we are with 30 pens. Okay, still 30 pens are remaining with us. Again no problem, I'll take out 10 pens and again I'll keep it in the next packet. That means packet number 3. Clear students? Okay, after keeping 10 pens in the third packet, still how much value, how many pens are with me? 20 pens. No problem. For again I will take this 20 pens, again I will take one packet and I will keep 10 pens in that packet. Still 10 pens are remaining with me. Okay, so for this 10 pens again I will take one packet and I will keep this 10 pens in that packet. Now 0 minus 0 0, 1 minus 1 0. See students, how much is the difference or how much is the answer with us now? 0, isn't it? That means we have kept all the 50 pens in the packets. How many packets we have used students? See, first packet 10 pens, second packet again 10 pens, third packet again 10 pens, like this fourth and fifth packet. When I took the pens and when I took the remaining pens at last and I kept them in the last packet. After that no pen is remaining with me, means each and every pen means total 50 pens we have kept in the packets. And how many packets we have used? 1 2 3 4 5. I have to use 5 packets. Every time I took a packet I kept 10 pens. Second time again I took a packet, I kept 10 pens. At last from those 50 pens only 0 pens are remaining, means nothing is remaining. We have kept all the pens in 5 packets. So now it is very clear to me that for one packet, in one packet 10 pens can be kept. For 50 pens, how many packets we will require? We will require 5 packets. Clear or not students? This is known as repeated subtraction. We take the total value and we go on subtracting it, and at last we have to stop when we will get 0. Then we have to count the steps at which we got 0. So here at 5 we got 0. Repeated subtraction is clear to you students. Now I am telling you that repeated subtraction is only known as division. How? Let us see. So students, it is very time taking every time to subtract and get the result. So if such is the condition, then you can use division. What I can simply do, I can take the total number of pens. Total number of pens is 50. Then I will divide it with the number of pens that I can keep in one packet. That was 10. Then I will get the answer. Let's see how to divide. Like this we use for division. Okay. Here 50 is divided with 10. Now you should know the table of 10. In how many times 50 is going to be divisible with 10. So students, 10 5s are 50. So I will write here 10 5s are 50. I will get 5 minus 5 0. Sorry, 0 minus 0 0. 5 minus 5 0. So what is the amount left students? What is the number left? Nothing. 0. Na? So that means 50 pens. One pen we can, in one packet we can keep 10 pens. We need 5 such packets to store 50 pens. Here students, this answer is known as quotient. Okay. And the number which you are dividing is known as dividend. D-I-V-I-D-E-N-D, dividend. The number which is dividing, it is known as, this is known as divisor. Clear students? And after solving, if you are having some amount, if still some number is left with you, that is known as remainder. Okay. So this is your division. The number which is being divided is known as dividend. The number which is dividing the given number is known as divisor. The answer is known as, means the number which you will write here is known as quotient, and if some number is left, then it is known as remainder. Clear students? So this was your division. Now we have cleared all the 4 operations students: addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. If you find any doubt, you can WhatsApp or call me and make the doubt clear. So students, that's all for today. Now your work is to again understand this each and every operation very well, and then in the next video we will start with our first exercise. That's all for today students. Thank you.